Touched by Yeah, welcome to another episode of ArtCo Drone Solutions. We've got a great show for you tonight. We're going to be talking about the Avata. Oh boy, I got mine early this week. Been sick as a dog all week. Feel a lot better today. Got all the parts bound up and ready to go fly tomorrow. So, what else are we going to talk about? Oh, we had a big event a couple days ago. The Battleship Texas has left its port in San Jacinto Park to Galveston to a dry dock where it's going to have major restoration repairs. So hopefully Brian will show up later in the show, but we'll talk about that. And so sit back and let's do some humor. I got a different book today. So, over here. Oh yeah, that works. Alrighty. I was really embarrassed when my wife caught me playing with my son's train set by myself. In a moment of panic, I threw a bed sheet over it. I think I managed to cover my tracks. Alrighty. Let's see if Bill liked that one. For his birthday, I got my son an alarm clock that swears at him instead of beeping. He's in for a rude awakening. My dad always told me, don't be quick to find faults. He was a good man, terrible geologist. Well, I got a smirk out of Bill, so he liked that. My son is now at the age where he's curious about the human body. I guess I'll have to hide it somewhere else now. Ooh. Mark Knopfler is currently being held hostage. He's in dire straits. Oh boy. Bugs Bunny won't accept any files through WeTransfer or Google Drive. He's the only way to send him something is WhatsApp, Doc. The lead singer for the band Steppenwolf goes by the name of John Kay, but he was born Toby Wild. Ooh, golly. All right, we'll do a couple more. A man who tried to sneak into Star Trek convention dressed as the Doctor was stopped by security. The guard said, "I knew straight away he wasn't the real McCoy." Oh. All right, one more and we'll get this going. Superman was taking a stroll past the church when the minister rushed out calling for his help. "Superman, we need your help. A wall has collapsed in the basement and some workmen are trapped." "No way," said Superman. "I can't go anywhere the crypt tonight." Oh boy. There we go. All right, that's enough. That shenanigans. Let's bring in some of our guests tonight that we're going to be talking about the Avata. So let's bring up our first guest all the way from Las Vegas, Nevada. It is the effervescent Tom Dowling, aka Lens Capture. Welcome, Tom.
Hello, I'm just recovering from, I don't know whether it's the jokes or the delivery. I'm still trying to figure that one out.
Well,
Hey,
don't
everyone,
blame
how's
me.
everyone doing?
Lloyd Mendenhall is the one that sent me these. So,
Who was that? What was his name again?
Lloyd Mendenhall?
Lloyd Enabler Mendenhall. Right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, just want to
The
get
grumpy vlogger.
There we go.
So, how's the weather there in sunny Las Vegas?
108 degrees with a balmy 13% humidity.
Ooh,
right
boy, but it's a dry heat.
Yeah, it's a dry heat. That's what the skeleton sitting on the Chase Lounge holding the beer said. It's a dry heat. Okay.
Yep.
I was going to go out today to do a little flying. Got out there. No one else was out there. I went out to the dry lake bed to see if I could catch some ATVs, and they were smarter than me. They weren't out there. So,
yeah, because the lake was dry.
Well, not as dry as you think, man. We had some monsoons roll through.
That's
so
right. Right. You guys had some hellacious rain.
Yeah, we still got some muddy sections, and it's amazing in the middle of this vast, barren, dry lake bed. Now that there's some water, there's bushes growing everywhere.
Yep.
Like out of nowhere. It's amazing.
Yep.
It's amazing. Mother Nature.
Yeah, it's amazing how the desert comes to life when you get a little bit of rain there. It's awesome.
Tomorrow I get to catch up with Bob Dempsey finally. Okay?
Wonderful.
Old Farts with Drones founder.
Right.
We're going to go to Good Springs to do some flying, and then we'll grab a bite to eat afterwards. So
awesome.
It should be a good morning.
Awesome. Okay, let's bring in my other guest all the way from Port St. Lucie, Florida. It is the quiet Bill Ronayne.
Muted.
There he
Unmuted.
is. Yeah, there you go.
I'm sorry, Artie. I thought you were going to tell some jokes before we came on.
And
it's Tom, otherwise known as the Avata in Nevada.
Avata in Nevada. Yep.
Yes,
Tearing
sir.
it up, Bill. Tearing it up.
Yeah. That's it. That's all I got. I'm done. I discovered that when I saw you in there and you were talking before we came on, you were talking about the Avata, and I'm thinking he lives in Nevada, and they thought that's clever. I'm going to use that. So I used it all up. I'm done.
Okay. We got to trademark that one, though, Bill. Okay.
Yeah, the Avata in Nevada. That could be like the name of a meetup.
There you go. It's a potential.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep.
Definitely.
Hi, Robert Glazier. Did you say hi to everybody in the channel?
No, I didn't. Let's do that, shall we? Let's say hello to Robert Glazier, Charles Galuski, Dominic, all the way from Australia, and then we have Michael, Mr. B, Outdoors at Misadventures, Matt of Maddie's World, Michael, Drones and RC Hobby, Susan Lee, we have Barkley, 107 Drones, we have, who else? Bob Casey, all the way from Central City, Kentucky.
Brother Bob.
And, Alan, Drone Views Media's here, and Johnny D, I already said that. And, Glenn, Thunderbird 6, I wonder if has your toffee arrived yet? So, and Laura, little llama Laura, all the way from the other side of the pond. Mr. Uncle Bill's Toys, he's here. Jerry Bauer, welcome. Good to see you. And God bless America. God bless you. Thanks for coming. Grant, Mr. Stay Drunk, good to see you. Another man from down under. And yeah, we got a good group here tonight. So.
Yeah, all the best. All the best. And Barkley came up with the Avata and Hada Nevada. I mean, now what's Hada? The Avata or Nevada? I mean, it's which came first?
Yeah, hard to tell.
The Hada Avata in Nevada or I don't know. The Avata's pretty hot right now.
It is. Having a blast with it.
I'm glad. It's a nice piece of machinery, and it looks like fun. And I wish cool. Yeah. I mean, you got the regular FPV, right? The original.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
wonderful.
but I would not classify or qualify myself as an FPV flyer. Okay,
I
I'm a
mean,
photographer. I'm you know, I looked at this as a platform. So, and it's impressed the hell out of me at this point. I mean, a few missteps, I think, but
Right.
then again, without a few missteps, where's innovation? So, but I gotta tell you, I'm head over heels on the goggles, even though it has its flaws. But what I really like about it is I'm old school photographer. So even when my digital cameras started to have screens on the back of them, I'm a guy who relies on the viewfinder. Okay. I want to block everything else out. I want to really focus on what I'm shooting. And that's what these goggles allow me to do. I don't have to fight with the sun and seeing the screen. Okay. I'm fully immersed. Uh, and there is the only thing that qualifies me as an FPV flyer, first person view, right? Okay. I'm not into acro manual mode, although, my personal preference is if I'm watching uh, aerial video online, I'm not a, I'm not really sure I want to see the inverted loop or the you know, turn or any of that really in the video itself. I mean, to experience it is one thing, but to watch it on a video, I don't know if that's really the cinematic approach I'm looking to bring. And I think, you know what, the Avata gives me another tool. Definitely
Yeah.
gives me another tool.
Mm-hmm. Right. I'm looking forward to flying it. I think someone with a disability like me, that would be a handy little gadget for flying. And
Well, I'll put it to you this way, Art. Every video I've shot with the Avata that I've posted online has been shot with the motion controller.
wow.
I have an RC, okay, but I've shot everything with this motion controller. And Art, it couldn't be more immersive. Okay, you got the
Right.
goggles on now. The thing is to remember, it's not your arm moving.
Right.
Okay, because that's kind of negates some of the movements. It's all wrist. It's all watching where you put the target, manipulating the target, and then if you really want to get silly, there's head tracking.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So I will caution you though. Remember that there is a significant thing lacking from this drone, and that's senses. Okay,
Yes.
so you got the motion controller pointed one way, and you're looking another way. You better be well aware of your surroundings. That's why I
Yeah.
like these big dry lake
Sensors
beds.
just getting away. They
Okay,
slow you down.
yeah, that's all. The good thing is though, Art, there's this big button on that motion controller, a
Yeah.
pause button. It
Yep.
just stops and it hovers. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so
Got
the
really
motion
thick
controller
wrists.
is a
I
blast.
wonder why I have such thick wrists.
Yeah.
The motion
Plenty of
controller
practice.
looks like a lot of fun. I'm actually tempted to actually just buy the motion controller now. Isn't that funny?
Well,
They're trying to
I
get
have
rid of
one
them
available
apparently,
cheap. I
but
have two of them now, Bill.
There you go.
$50.
I couldn't get the goggles without buying the motion controller. Okay,
Right. So now you got
so
two.
they really had you. Okay, and
Mhm.
if you wanted
They're
it to
$200,
limit,
right?
yeah, it's $200. Yeah, I bought them with the original FPV, and I flew
Right.
the original FPV with the motion controller on
Did you like the original FPV with the motion controller?
I would say not as much as I like this.
Right.
Okay, you can get a little frantic with the with the original FPV and the motion controller. Okay, much faster speeds on the original motion control, or on the original FPV, I should say. It was much faster. But
Now
you got me.
we don't get too confused. We just call it the POS.
the POS got it.
Yeah.
There
Now
you go.
that you own them, Yeah, there you go.
U.S. Nation. I'm new to the POS Nation, and I enjoy it. It's fun. It's actually fun.
It is.
You know, I was actually getting a little crazy with it, getting close to things. Hit a couple things.
Well, that's the other nice
powerful.
thing about the Avata. Okay, you can bounce off of some things, and it does.
Yep.
You know, and remember your FPV. Well, I'm sorry, I have to refer to it properly. The POS also has turtle mode. Okay, so there's like the Avata. You know, it's turtle mode is something you should practice once or twice before having to employ it up in the stuck up in the hills somewhere in these mountains. Okay, some of those shots, I know where I was flying that. If I did lose the drone, there was no recovery. Yeah, I wasn't going to recover. So, but
there's the link to Tom's video that he was talking about.
Calico Hills. I am pretty much blessed by some of my surroundings out here. So, not taking advantage of it would be a sin. There's, I mean, that Red Rock Canyon area is just spectacular, and it's just bathed in color. And I really want to get out there at like 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, for golden hour now that it's getting a little later. And you talk about color, these mountains just light up. So I definitely want to get out there again with this.
Cool.
Plus, there's about a dozen other spots to fly in Red Rock other than this one. I do have other video on some back trail stuff and some other areas. But, and tomorrow I'm going to go out with Bob Casey. Bob Casey. I'm thinking about Bob Casey here because he's in the chat. Bob Dempsey, okay, from Old Farts with Drones, the founder of Old Farts with Drones.
There's a bit of a difference between Bob Casey.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Bob Dempsey and Bob Casey.
Just a little bit. Okay. Our resident Las Vegas gnome, Bob Dempsey. Okay. Gonna get out to fly with Bob tomorrow, so which is great. We're gonna fly in Good Springs, Nevada.
Wonderful.
Sandy Valley area, so it should be a good time.
Sounds like fun. Bob, he's a nice guy.
Yes, he is.
Very nice fellow. Yeah. He always smiling. Even when he was up trucking into the Atlantic Ocean over here on the boat, kept that smile on his face. Like you never would have known. You never would have known he was seasick, unless you saw him chumming. But in between that,
apparently the wife got him on another cruise there, Bill.
Yeah.
Recently, he just got back from from Europe, and he did some cruising while they were there. So.
Well, yeah, but that's totally different than being on a 65-foot fishing boat.
Yeah,
it was
just a little bit.
But he
in the Atlantic.
Max, do I really want the motion controller? Yes, I would like to play with the Max. I'm being messaged right now by Maximo Ponte, who could probably get me one for $27.50.
Yeah, you know what? Don't knock it till you try it. And there's a lot of detractors. There's a lot of detractors on the motion controller. To me, it's purpose built. Okay, and it's very well suited. So, Art, you're going to have a blast with it. I really think you are. And those of you that are looking for that creative touch, I mean, look, you can spend hours upon hours in the simulator trying to, get these 3-axis moves down, right? I mean, that's what we all pine for in drone videography is that 3-axis move as you're moving in, you're moving down, and moving the gimbal at the same time. You're doing all, dude. I pull that off with the motion controller with it's intuitive. Okay, I look, I see, I figure out what I'm going for, and then I just go for it. I mean, it's you're basically. You really know whether your drone's going to fit or not. So this is like the perfect drone, for shooting gaps. Definitely the perfect drone for shooting gaps. And you're not shooting them that quickly. So, I mean, in sport mode, you're doing 30 miles an hour. Okay. And like I said, you got the magic out button also on that controller, which is the pause button.
Yeah, so I'm stoked now. I'm ready to go. And I've been under the weather all week. You could probably hear in my voice I sound a little hoarse. Uh, Yesterday I started feeling much better. Today I feel a little better today. Not quite 100%, but getting there and looking glad that it's a big weekend. But like that really is a big deal for me since I don't have a job. So I've been on an extended weekend for a couple weeks.
So now you can get some flying in. You don't have an excuse.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty busy. This thing called job hunting.
Yeah, no, I get that. You gotta, you have to use the drone to go scope out some locations too.
Yep.
Potential job locations there.
One of my job interviews, I got a face-to-face interview up in Genesee, Colorado, which is up in the foothills. I may take one of my drones with me up there and go flying after the interview. So that'll be fun.
Everything's an opportunity, right?
Yep.
Hey, Art,
Yep.
I'm going to share just a little bit of video, about
Sure.
30 seconds worth of video, and the audio is good. I got you cleared on Epidemic Sound.
Oh, awesome.
Okay, so let me just see if I can share this, and you'll let me know if you hear the audio.
Okay.
Of course, I put the link up on in the chat, so if you want to go see it in 4K, it's up on
Right.
YouTube.
Yeah, Bob Casey put the link up there.
I'm sorry. Hey Bob, we got to get together soon. I'm preaching your name here. What the heck?
Wow.
So yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
So I'm excited for you, Art. You should have some. Look, like you said, you're gonna take it on your job interviews with you. There's always
Yeah.
an opportunity somewhere near, right?
Yep. That's true. Yeah, Bill looks impressed. That's good.
So
I'm
now,
sorry. I'm sorry. You know what's going on? Maximo, that'd be Max.
Yeah.
Maximo 420 is going to give me a motion controller.
Oh, awesome!
I'm trying to talk him into let me give him some money, but he's got an extra one just sitting in his box. He doesn't use it, but I still like to. Oh, I said, let me send you. He goes, I said, let me send you something, anything, PayPal. He goes, in time, just not yet. They break easy. Okay.
Well, speaking of nice deeds, did you hear what Ken Dono did for Eddie Nunez?
Yeah, Eddie's took a dive into the drink, his FPV drone, and there was nothing he could do about it. He was down in
Right.
It was a very sad video. He's saying, bye-bye, bye-bye.
Yeah.
I mean,
Bye-bye.
it's breaking your heart,
I
as
realized there was there's a Hero GoPro, on that
Yeah.
drone as well. So tally that one up, right?
Yeah.
And DJI has they came back with we'll give you a 40% discount. And it was like, you got to be kidding me. If this isn't,
I think they bumped it up to 50.
Well, look, the least they could have done for Eddie was to say, hey, you're a couple months out of care, DJI care. I'll tell you what, okay? It looks like there was nothing you could do there. You pay the deductible on the DJI care, and we'll send you a replacement as a flyaway, right?
Yeah.
That would have been the right thing, I believe, to do. But DJI chose in their wisdom to, hold fast to their guardrails. Okay, that we won't go outside these parameters to make right
Well,
by
he had it beyond the coverage, and I tell you, flyaway coverage, because that's flyaway, and flyaway
Yeah.
coverage is kind of expensive. I mean, it's not the same as you retrieved it and it was destroyed.
This was this is covered, okay, under the DJI care that we got for the DJI FPV. Okay, so now the issue here is, Bill, this didn't just happen, Eddie. This happened to a multitude of people. The same situation, and the problem that you have here is there's a safety issue here. Okay.
Yeah.
Your drone not able to return to home, but just a forced landing wherever you are. Luckily, Eddie said he was over water.
Mm-hmm.
Because what happens if, we all know you're not supposed to fly over people. But say you're flying
Return to home only works if you have enough battery left to do it. I mean, and unfortunately,
he
you
had
didn't.
Bill, it hovered there for a long, long time. Okay?
Yeah.
He had plenty of time.
Yep.
This was going on for a while before he started recording it. Okay?
But if that was the case, you'd be able to cancel return to home and just fly it. I had mine go. I lost signal because I was screwing around just recently, and return home kicked right in, and it started to come home. And then I canceled.
Eddie is a seasoned flyer.
Of course he is.
Very experienced. Eddie went through and took multiple steps. He wound up getting, as he's flying, he gets an RC controller stick calibration issue. That's what forced the drone, to hover and then land, and then forced landing. Okay, he rebooted. He went back into the app. He did everything he had to try to couldn't regain control over this drone. Now, the point I was trying to make was it being a safety issue. You're flying at a park, okay? You're flying in the right. You're staying away from people, all of that. But now all of a sudden, this drone starts hovering in a location, and then it decides to force land itself. But now there's obstacles below, people or property. Okay, you're flying over property, coming back, and that thing force lands itself. That's where I have a problem. You don't take control away from the RPIC. You don't take control away from the pilot in charge. Plain and simple.
Right.
Okay. He wasn't in a restricted area. It's airspace.
Right.
He thought about taking a dive into the water, but afterwards, the local police and the fishermen told him, "Good thing you didn't. It's too freaking dangerous over there."
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
But hey, Ken and Zach stepped up and sent Eddie and Avata. Okay.
Yep, I thought that was
really
stand-up thing they did. And besides that, they also did me a favor. They got me that Air 2 when my Mavic Air went for a swim out at Lake Harbor. So I ended up with 2 drones. I got the Autel Evo and an Air 2.
Well, there's still plenty of good people in this community, right?
Yep, there sure are.
Yeah, definitely. So Ken's coming into my neck of the woods. We're gonna
that's right.
Go into the commercial expo. I'm gonna go on Wednesday to the commercial.
Oh, Vic Moss is gonna be there too.
Yeah, Vic will be there. I'll probably be able to run into Vic. I'm hoping Mike Leo from Captain from the Fire Department is out there.
I met Vic at the Drone Social last Tuesday. They have it once a month. It's the last Tuesday of the month, and one of the drone guys brought his M600. That is a huge ass drone.
Yeah, that's a heavy lifter. Yeah. I met Vic at New York Press Photographers Association gave a thing at the School of Journalism, about drones and all, and
Right.
and so we met up there. Great. He's a phenomenal photographer.
Yes, he is.
Following his stuff as well.
Yeah, just before we closed out the meeting, he gave us a presentation in the back room on some photos he took at the new Mile High Stadium that he did.
Yeah, really nice,
night.
huh? Those are some great images, huh? All right.
Yep.
I love the color depth, the real use. I mean, some of those night shots, and this is what some people have to remember. Your best night shots don't happen at night in the middle of night, okay? There's no color in the sky, okay?
Right.
And you're fighting a humongous contrast issue, or those latitudes of exposure. Your camera can't capture all of them. So the best time to photograph is just after sunset. You still have color in the sky. And what was great about that, you see the warmth and the color on those stadium lights?
Yep.
Well, that was complementary to the blue in the darker sky behind it, right? So, if you know anything about color theory, your complementary colors there are blue and yellow. So whenever you have those opposing colors, man, they really work. They work very well together. So that was such a nice composition he had there. Beautiful shots.
Yep. So got to meet a lot of new faces.
There is going to be a problem you're going to have with the Avata. Okay.
Oh.
This is one of the design flaws where they put the damn SD card.
Yes. Oh, God, tell me about it.
You say to yourself, well, screw it.
Hands like mine, boy.
I got 20 gigs of onboard storage. I'll just use the USB. Well, they put the damn USB right next to the damn card slot inside the prop dock. And you got to get the prop out of the way. And so the number one thing you have to check each and every time before you take off is make sure that damn door is snapped closed tight.
Right.
That thing opens up. It's no M30T.
Yeah.
It can't fly on 3 props, okay?
Yeah,
so if that door opens up and snags that prop, man, there's only one place you're going, and that's not where you want to be. So you got to really check that door, and that is, you fight with it each and every time. So a pair of hemostats, and just try not to clamp down too tight on that SD card.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
And the other pain in the butt was getting everything bound. Oh, God, I was just having it. Boy, if there was a microphone in there, you'd hear a lot of sons of bitches.
And then the drone would overheat because it doesn't have a fan in it, and you're updating firmware.
And that was the other thing, too. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Jim. Let's see if... Oh, there's my delayed Jimbo Shark.
$20 Canadian. That's like $3.
$5. Yes. Thank you, Jim. Let's get that. There we go. We got...
Whatever it is today, it'll be something different tomorrow.
Yes.
I've never seen Jim do that. He must love you.
Yeah. Jim, I gave you a link if you'd like to jump in, and if you're feeling...
yeah, come on in, Jim.
Yeah, come on in, Jim. So what I ended up doing was uninstalling the Fly app, reinstalling it, and then everything started working. So, the goggles were a piece of cake.
For some reason, the Fly app didn't update for me either, and I did the exact same thing. I deinstalled it and I reinstalled the Fly app.
Right.
And then it recognized, everything started popping up. The drone gave me the most heartache getting the Avata bound. Okay.
Right. And my most recent video was about the Fly app.
Does it make it any harder to get these effing things out of this package? I'm just curious. Is Is there a rule that they have to raise your
Well,
blood pressure
there's that
17
thing on the
I
corner.
believe
You
they
just,
actually blow mold the packaging around the goddamn SD card.
I mean,
It
Jesus,
is a
man.
pain in the
Sure.
ass. So let me tell you my gripes with the goggles, okay?
okay.
And then I'll leave it on a positive note. I'll try that, okay? The touchpad is too small on the side. So the way to get out of a lot of settings is 2 fingers. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm
Oh, yeah. That's going to
constantly,
help me out. Yeah.
I'm constantly 1 finger off the touchpad at the time,
Yeah.
searching for it. So that's a little that's a little hinky there.
Yeah.
Um,
hmm
the foam face piece, I
Yeah.
can't wait for an aftermarket face piece. You know what? When
Yeah. Yes.
I had to break up my order, so I bought the Avata with the in the Pro Vision, right? So it came with the goggles and the motion control. But then I had to buy the Fly More combo separately, otherwise they wouldn't be delivered quickly.
Okay.
So I ordered that
hmm
separately. But I figured since I'm ordering that separately, I'm going to get the ND filters. I'm going to get another battery because the battery rack
Yes.
takes
Yeah.
4. And I'm going to get a foam. I saw a foam face piece, so I'm thinking
Yep.
it's the regular foam. No, don't
hmm
bother buying it. Okay, you're out $20. It's the same shitty one that's there. Uh, so that I have a problem with because it doesn't seal. You get some light leakage.
Yes. You get a little
Okay,
light leak around
and
the edge. And it kind of,
and
it presses on your nose, too.
yeah, yeah.
You know, I got
Unless you
a
have and I
big
don't
honker like
mean to be
that.
derogatory, but unless you have a smaller Asian face,
Yes.
it
Asian.
really
Well,
doesn't sit
where'd they
that
come
great.
from? China.
Well, also you don't have the top strap. Okay,
Yes, that's.
so you do have to fit them differently. I
Mhm.
really can't wear them without a hat on. So uh, now the view, even though there's a ton of settings, you have, I believe it's 8 diopter up, 2 down on the
Mhm.
adjustment, plus your interpupillary distance and all of that, which is great. Okay, and I've got it pretty well trued in now,
Yes.
but you still might notice a little bit of vignetting or some blurring on the edges, and that can be
Yes.
very
I've noticed.
disconcerting. I would not fly this in like super wide mode. Okay, I fly it in wide. I actually have uh, electronic image stabilization turned off because I like to do it in gyro flow. Now that the Avata file comes chock full of gyro data. Okay,
Right.
so I like it better than Rocksteady. I've done the side by side comparison, and I like to stabilize it myself and not try to
Mhm.
overdo it.
Mhm.
But you might have to reduce the scaling if the vignetting and the edge blurring bother
Right.
you. There is a setting that you can go into on display and tune that down to a 90% so the screen gets a little smaller.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Now, the only caution I'll give everybody out there is if you do that, I have an SD card inside my goggles also. Okay.
Right.
And you can pop that video out and you have the on-screen display information. The telemetry is on there, which is really cool.
Right. That's
Okay.
true.
But now if you rescale your image in the settings, when you output that video, it's going to be a 1080p video, but it's actually going to have a black border around it because you scaled it down by whatever percentage.
Right.
So actually it gets recorded that way, which is really wild. I didn't expect that. Okay. But
Interesting.
the nice thing about it also is instead of leaving the drone on to go review your video, I
Mhm.
was able to turn the drone off and then hand the goggles to my wife and play the last segment of video. Okay. And so she was able to watch that. But what I'm going to actually try tomorrow is I'm bringing the V2 goggles out with me,
Oh.
and I'm going to go ahead and throw those into audience mode and see if she can watch the live view as I'm flying.
Yeah.
Okay, without tethering. I know you can also tether to like an iPad, but you have to have the Fly app on.
Right. Right.
Okay. So that's
Mhm.
another way you can output it and let somebody watch as you're flying,
Yeah.
which is helpful
Yeah.
if you're doing real estate. You know what? If you're using this drone, this is a good drone for fly-throughs and real estate. Okay.
And that was one of the things that sold me on this, and it might open the door for me to some more work, because I got that added feature where I could go through and do some either video or some shoots through some homes, and yeah.
Go check out Ken through. Ken's been knocking it out of the park. I think.
Oh,
Ken
I know. I've
probably
watched
15
almost every
15
video
plus
he's
videos.
put out on.
Yeah, 15 plus videos. God bless him. Get
Yep.
those views.
I recently
but he
bought a
did-
10-foot USB so that other people can watch the screen while I fly.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, the USB-C out. I was doing that with
you
the
know
smart
what helps with
controller.
all that? I have to have friends. I don't have any friends, so nobody. There's
Well,
nobody.
you know what? As you're doing the Stevie Wonder in the goggles, you're holding this tablet up.
I don't
with the
see
motion
Wonder.
controller in one.
I have no
This
rhythm.
is why you need the motion controller. And this way, you hold up the tablet like a billboard, maybe like a drive-in movie. Now, you might attract a couple of friends, Bill.
I honestly don't Stevie Wonder. I've noticed that, and I've seen myself on video, and I just stiff as a board, just like that. I don't move at all. I have no rhythm whatsoever.
Bill,
On occasion, I turn my head. It's like, oh no, that doesn't do anything, and then it's straighten right back.
A lot of times, we're sitting on the tailgate of the truck. Okay, I got like a cushion to throw up on the tailgate of the truck, and we'll sit up there. And the funny part is, I got my wife giggling at me because as I'm flying over those little mountain ridges and cresting those mountains, I'm lifting my feet, Bill. Okay, it's like,
The temptation is always there.
Watch out.
so the thing is, it is extremely immersive. Okay, that's the best way to put it. It's extremely immersive. So.
Yep.
Well, let's
guys,
say hello to West Michigan Aerials. Is that Lon Denard's channel?
That's Lon?
I believe so.
West Michigan
Is it?
Aerials is Lon.
I believe it is. And then who else? A couple other new folks. Let's see. Warren Akira Show. And then we have Jimbo Short, of course, and Chuck at Kovacian.
Hey Chuck, I'm waiting to see.
Maddie wanted to know where I got my Avata. I got it at the DJI store. Oh, and let's say hello to Crypto Man 5000.
Why do you do that?
It reminds me of Mystery Science Theater 3000.
You can watch that 24 hours a day, by the way. There's a Mystery Science Theater 3000 channel.
Yeah.
Streaming on, I don't know, to my Roku.
Oh, Pluto.
I'll tell you later when I can think of it.
Hey, Mike, how are you, Mike?
Yeah. Oh, and yeah, Mike. Yep. Tex Art Drone Guy. Good to
Michael
see
Wright.
you. Michael Wright.
Hey guys, I'm gonna have to jump off.
All right. Well, thank you for jumping in.
A
And
game of cards to go play.
okay.
So
All
wish
right.
me luck. I should win
So,
all 90 cents.
Is it Uno tonight or Skippo?
No, it's War. Playing War.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Okay.
I go fish or
Now, I'm still learning Go Fish. Okay, give me.
I never learned how to play Go Fish. To this day, I don't know how to play Go Fish or bridge.
Oh, you gotta try Uno.
We were playing this domino game called Mexican Train, and watch your comments on it. But we play, and it had these different dots on it, and I swear, man, I didn't know. I had a tough time telling the 9 from the 12, and so. I think I'm going to go onto Amazon and see if they have these dominoes with big numbers on them instead. It's getting that bad. Okay.
You know where I learned how to play dominoes? In prison.
Well,
I was a corrections officer. I was a corrections officer at the time, but very popular in prison.
Yep.
I would imagine plenty of downtime.
I've learned to play well, as a matter of fact, from these guys. I mean,
yeah, good job at backgammon.
They play places. Bam, bam, It's
Backgammon, yep.
they take it. No, dominoes.
No, he played dominoes.
Don't slam backgammon
Around the
down.
kitchen table in the firehouse, played backhand or spades. So okay, guys, it's been a
All right,
pleasure.
take care, Tom.
Enjoy the heck out of that. I want to hear all about it, man.
Thanks. I certainly will. Thank you.
Bill, take care, bro.
Good seeing you again. As always, thanks for the information on the new drone. It's always nice to have somebody come in and actually talk about firsthand knowledge rather than I think. No, it's very, very cool.
Well, we're past the speculation phase now, so good.
I guess. I don't know. A lot of people are still speculating because there's a lot of money.
It is.
Like I said,
Okay, stay within your budget.
Max is going to give me that controller. I got the goggles. I got the other controller. I'm just going to buy maybe I'll just buy just a drone with a battery and see if I like it. I'm sure I'll like it. I know it will.
Yeah.
There you go.
Just wait and see. Okay, gents. Take care, everybody in the chat. Everybody
Take care,
stay
Tom.
safe. Have fun.
That's what's funny. I like them all. What's not to like? They're drones. They're fun. Yeah. They fly. You're part of it. You take excellent photography or just zipping around the backyard. Who cares? It's all fun. It's a great hobby.
And we got Susan Lee, and we got a good crowd tonight. So so you're having a lot of fun with the POS, which is good.
Yeah. I'm shooting gaps and stuff with it already, and of course I'm doing it in like normal mode or sport mode.
Right.
But still, I don't care. I'm having fun with it, and I'm not Steve wondering. I mean, I never really did. I'm too stiff for that. Because Steve, you have to have fluidity. You can't do that. Yeah. But it's a good time, and I still haven't downloaded the app, the practice app to do manual because I know it's totally different. But I'll get the hang of that because I understand aerodynamics and how it works because I've kind of been that was a hobby of mine decades ago, but totally understand it, and I'll get it eventually when I have time. I don't have a lot of time. So in the meantime, what's nice about these DJI drones that everyone wants to criticize is power them up and fly. I mean, it's the learning curve is more like a bump than a curve. So I don't know. I enjoy it. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yep.
Glad you're having fun with it, and
But you have your new one now, right?
Yeah, I have my new one. I finally got everything all bound together, and I'm ready for Flight Club tomorrow and trying it out. One of the guys, he got his, but what he did is he traded in his POS for the just the Avata, and I guess he got a hell of a deal on it. So because he's already
describe this hell of a deal.
Well, I'm not sure if I'm saying this right, but he said he got it for $300.
You got what?
He just got the drone itself for $300 because he traded it. Maybe somebody bought it and they didn't like it, and I don't know how it went down, but he told me he got a steal on it. I'm like, hey, good for you. So because he already had the goggles, the motion controller, and the regular controller, and so it's cool.
It's Max here saying FPV building this and this. It's all fun. I mean, camera drones on the phone is fun. I do enjoy wearing the goggles because this, especially in Florida, the sun's so bright it washes it out, and you're like this, and then it heats it up, and your phone shuts down the app or whatever, or if you're an Apple, that's what the Android does, just shuts the app down. Yeah, and Apple just like gets dark, which is even scarier yet because at least with the Android you can restart the app. And like I said, it's just fun. I'm not doing big cinematography, videos. I'd put the Air 2S if I wanted to do that, and I can get some very pretty shots with that. What I don't understand, they're really critical of the camera on the DJI POS. And I think the video looks great.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do. Can the colors be better?
It's not bad.
You know, fine. Not bad. 2.3. It's the same size. Everybody loves the video from the Mini 2, right? You hear a lot of well, it's the same size sensor as the Mini 2.
Yeah.
You know that, right?
Mhm.
2.1 over 2.3.
Mhm.
Is it the same? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know.
Yep.
I don't imagine that DJI is going out of their way to buy tons of different brands of sensors. But
Right.
whatever.
Right.
It's fun. I've gone to the dark side. Yeah, a little bit. And I'll fly it manually eventually. I'm going to play with the app somewhat and figure it out. But like I said, what's nice about that drone is if I'm totally screwing up, blink, and it's a GPS drone, it stops and whatever. I'm not going to do manual close to the ground like I am now with the, with
It's
the training
all
wheels.
about throttle control. Yep. It's all you have to do, and yep, keep it off the ground, and yep, it just takes a lot of practice.
Look at that wrist. I got great wrists. I think I could be able to to handle that.
Yeah.
To the door. I said, all right, you guys are all nuts. It's fun. I still love my other jobs because I'm still getting good. I can still get good video with them and enjoy them, and I can sneeze and it doesn't come crashing to the ground.
Right. I bet you're a heck of a bowler too. You probably got a mean hook, don't you?
No, I suck. No, because just like anything else, it's all about practice. I spend 5-6 days a week working there. You got to go in and practice, and I just
Yep.
When I bowl in leagues, I show up and I bowl 3 games and I go home. So you're never going to get any better. You'll be at 170.
Hey, Chris Hope, good to see you. You know what? I'll shoot him a link. Maybe we could get him on the show.
Oh, Chris. Hi,
Yeah,
Chris.
Chris.
You want to come in? I don't know. Come on in.
Yeah, come on in. Chris,
Come on
I
in.
sent you a link.
That's fine.
And there you go. Oops, that's the wrong link. Dang it.
Artie, are you teasing him? Don't tease that man. He's big.
I gave him the regular link.
But anyway, it's fun. And I enjoy it. I got some video. I could show video. I was trying to save it for my show tomorrow night, but
there you go. There we go. We got.
I was getting real nervy. I was cutting close to things and going through between power lines and going through my neighbor's. What do you hang clothes out to dry? What do you clotheslines?
Clothesline.
Well, they got these T things, to hang the clothes in like that. I was shooting through that, and
yep. Mm-hmm.
Well, I was flying through it. I don't know about shooting. A couple times went through pretty quick. I was getting nervy.
Yeah.
I
only had one spill where what? Yeah, you kind of hit it and it went like that.
What? What are you talking about?
Yeah, you had one. I saw your videos. Don't deny it.
I know. I was.
Don't wait for the translation. Answer the question.
I flipped over the fence and I hit the chain link fence and it happens. The drone's fine so far.
Good.
Barkley said he had to send his in to be fixed because he messed up his gimbal.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dang.
That sucks. Yes, Barkley, it's a whole lot of fun. It is. It's a little to be fun. You got to be on the edge of your nerves a little bit. You know what I mean? You want to put it down and relax a little bit in between because but you don't want, if you realize you break it, you get another one. Don't worry about it. It's just a toy. Just have fun. I mean, it's like the Air 2S. I've had it for a while. I've had the Mini 2 for over 2 years. And well, since it came out, I guess. So what is that? Is it 2 years yet? Whatever it is. And if I was to smash it, I love the drone. I don't want to. But if I did, okay, it's gone. And you just buy another one because I've gotten many hours of fun out of it. Just like anything else.
There you go.
Well, not anything else. It's not like my car. I'm not going to smash my car. I say, okay, I got a couple years out of it. Let's get another one.
Okay. I got insurance on it,
Time for another one. I've had I drove that 30,000 miles. I'm done.
There you go.
Yeah. Time for new tires. Okay. Wreck the car.
Well, it's about that time. It's time for toffee giveaway. So put in the chat hashtag toffee. Yeah.
What am I drinking? I'm drinking bourbon or whiskey, peanut butter whiskey. Uncle Bill is off tomorrow. Cryptoman is EE, not Y. He knows he's being silly.
Oh, and if you live overseas, you live in Australia or Canada, sorry, I cannot ship up there. You know how much it costs to ship to Australia?
Yeah, I
20
do.
bucks. Yeah, 20 bucks.
Artie, if somebody from Australia wins it, I'll pay the shipping.
All right, you got it.
There we go. How about that?
That sounds good. All right, never mind.
I will. I'm here for you.
All right. So if
Fuss got
you
his,
live in
OM5 that I gave away. It showed up in Australia.
oh, wonderful.
USPS is the way to go, brother. I mean, it takes a while. I mean, they send it over by kayak or something, but it did get there safely, and he has it. And it was really not bad. It was less than $70. It was 69 and change or something. Insured and all. Yeah, it's not bad. Think about it. I mean, I sent that thing at least a couple 100 miles, you know.
So let's give away two. Alrighty, so let's start taking comments. All right, we're up to 15. I think we could do a little bit. Hey, I think last week we got like over 20. But we had a great group last week. So.
What? All right,
right, I'll give it.
You just insulted the group we have now. Oh, we had a great group last week. This week we got you guys.
Yeah, we got you guys. All right, 17. All right, cool.
Is that all it is? 17? You guys suck. Come on, put it in.
Yeah. Hey, Daryl. There's the guy that got the deal on the Avata. Daryl, tell Bill the deal that you got. All right, we're up to 18.
18. How many's in the chat?
We got 39.
It's 39 people in here and only 18?
19 now.
19 have managed to type hashtag toffee? You losers. How many thumbs up do you have?
Let me check.
Let's take a look.
I have 29 thumbs up. Alrighty, we're up to 20. Okay. I think that's it.
You are deplorables. No, that's old. We're semi-fascists.
Yeah. All right, folks, let's go ahead and
wait, give me a chance. Art, give me a second, buddy.
All right. Come on, folks.
Give me a second. They're slow-moving people. Hashtag weed. No, Scott, you're not getting any of that. Sorry.
Nope. Hashtag toffee.
There's 40 in here. You're doing good.
Wow, yeah, that is good.
Yeah. And you have 31 thumbs up. Oh, wait, 32. I just decided. Okay. There's another one.
We're up to 22. 22. Let's get that to 25. 41. We're up to 41.
You put the kibosh on the international shipping. I will donate $20 to Art. Go ahead, put it in. Is 20 enough? How much you need, Art?
That'll be good. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We're up to 23. All right. Cool.
It's delicious.
Yes, it is. Hey, open up your other YouTube channels like I do.
Look at Don, Mudball Creative, Little Llama Laura. You're already sweet enough. My teeth hurt. What does that mean? What's wrong with you? Send him a link. He's a funny guy.
You know what? I don't know if I'm friends with him on Facebook.
I am.
Okay.
I don't know if I am. No, I'm actually not. He's not friends with anybody. I don't think he actually exists. I think the sock is the real person, and he's just an extension. You know, fisheye. I'm actually friends with Fisheye, but not Don. There's something wrong there that I'm friends with a man's sock.
Well, it looks like we're stuck at 23, so let's give it a spin.
Okay.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, Bill, you want to give us a drum roll?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Positively.
Ooh, 24 now.
Wait, all right. This is good that it's taking me too long to do this. Maybe we'll get a couple more. Let me find it. That's not it.
No.
Okay, hold on. I say, all right. Drum roll. Okay, I found it. You ready?
Yes. Susan Lee.
For a second there. Susan Lee.
Congratulations, Susan. And I do have your address, so
yes,
you are the winner.
I don't have to give you any money. I'm such a happy guy. Congratulations, Susan. Awesome.
Congrats, Susan. And she was the winner of the last drone. So that was, yeah. So later in the show, we'll do a drawing for the ArtCo stickers. That I don't mind. It's only $1.50 to send to Australia. Oh, who was it? It was Glenn who won. He won a couple weeks ago. Oh, he's the one that. Yeah, he won the drone and he gave it to Susan. He said, "Just send me the toffee." So I sent him the toffee, and since Christmas is coming up, I happen to have an extra Christmas card, and I said, "Hey, have a happy Merry Christmas and happy Oh, Bill, thank you, awesome. Let's get that train going." Highlight America. Thanks for coming in. And yeah, Crypto Man, send me some more of that Turkish lira if you want. So anyway, so I sent him the toffee, and I put a Christmas card in there for him because I know how slow the mail is over there. So Philippines, it's even slower. So I'm gonna hit Big Lots this week and get a whole bunch of boxes of Christmas cards to send out. And I'll be starting off with the Philippines first. Oh, and I got to hear my girlfriend do karaoke, and she is a pretty darn good singer. How about you, Bill? Is your wife into karaoke?
Yes, very much.
Yeah.
She's Asian. It's a rule. It's a law.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And my girlfriend, she finally got PDLT, so she's got internet at her house now. So this week I've been doing video chat with her, which was cool. Hadn't done that in quite a while.
Sorry, there was a message from work. And it's ridiculous. I'm back.
Oh, okay.
Sorry about that.
You still have tomorrow off?
So far. I'm going to go fix somebody's computer tomorrow, and then I'm going to be on Little Laura's channel playing You Don't Know Jack in its various forms. It's a lot of fun. At
Cool.
I believe she's in a channel. I believe 3:00 Eastern, which would be 2:00 your time. Yes.
No, it'd be 1:00.
Is it 2 hour difference? 1:00 your time.
Yeah. Yep.
Drone Rob. Thank you,
Drone Rob. Thank you very much. Awesome, awesome.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Normally she's on at 3:00 our Eastern time, which is 8:00 her time on Sunday. Sometimes she changes it. Let's hear it straight from the llama's mouth. Uncle Bill, if you're not there tomorrow, we at least get a chance of winning. Oh, 6:00 UK time. So she's going to be on 1:00. Really? Laura, I thought it was later.
Oh.
No, I told the guy I was going to go fix his computer. And all that means, I'm glad you told me. All that means is I have to get up earlier. That's all.
Yeah, there you go. Mm-hmm.
So 1:00 Eastern is 11:00 a.m. Your time.
That's the guy that gave me all those drones that I've given away. Thank you, Jordan.
Very nice, Jordan.
Looking forward to flying with you guys tomorrow. With my Avata. Yes. And we have Wayne B. Welcome. Good to see you.
Don't, Laura, look at it. She's trying to be smart. Nope, Tuesday is a late stream. That's not how it was. You're changing your stuff. I've got records. I do. But anyway, fine. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter before. Doesn't matter future. Tomorrow, tomorrow is the future, isn't it? Although it's probably already tomorrow in her world. Tomorrow at 1:00 Eastern time, be on Little Llama Laura's channel, and you will be presented with fun and frivolity and some trivia, a little mind-bending stuff. You know, Donnie's usually there with us. Sometimes Artie shows up.
Yep.
I might show up at the what is it? The Three Ugly Games? What's the name of the channel?
Yes, Three Conservative.
Oh, that's what it is.
Oh, boy, we got a good topic tomorrow. Oh, boy. Yeah. The Satan speech. The Sith Lord speak it.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun,
You're becoming
dun.
Canadian. At least you're honest about being socialist.
Well, hey, we got
the
prime miniature there. So,
Lord, don't try to change the story. Sorry, go ahead.
James might not be joining us tonight. His internet's been down since yesterday.
Really?
Yep.
What about his cell service?
His
Come
what?
on now. His cell service, if he cared, he would find a way.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Put the waffles down.
Yeah, he did post a video earlier today talking about Starlink. You can't get here fast enough. Yep.
Yeah, he's going to do Starlink, is he?
Yeah, if they get it in the Philippines, that'd be great. That'd be some competition with the local
Hosting
provider.
a going away party for my neighbors. Oh, okay. That's Mudball.
Oh,
in the chats. That's very nice. And How do you host a going away party? Okay, thanks for being here. Get out. How does that go?
Yeah.
Get out of my face!
Is that what you do?
So let's talk about the Battleship Texas. Just recently left its port in San Jacinto Park on its way to Galveston. It's in dry dock right now for some major hull repairs. And so I was hoping to get Brian on tonight. He had some really good drone video of the battleship being towed to the dry dock, and you could see it coming under the bridge, and all of a sudden this helicopter shows out of nowhere. I mean, almost parallel to the bridge. I mean,
Oh, I saw that. I saw that. Yeah.
200 feet above ground level. I mean, that was like, wow.
He's over water. I mean, over water, depending on where you are, it's pretty like wild, wild west.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's interesting. I mean, if you fly into a helicopter that's below 500 feet, which is typically the ceiling, which is not always the ceiling. If you're flying over New York City, it wouldn't be 500 feet. But anyway, and something happens over water.
Mm-hmm.
Who's at fault? Probably us, I guess, because you have to leave way to do.
Because you're supposed to give right of way.
What if he's being an idiot? Don't fly towards me, little tiny quadcopter. I'm a helicopter. I mean, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Let me cut the drone into millions of pizzas.
Pizzas?
Pieces. Reese's Pieces.
Did that accent sound like it was not American?
Not American, no.
I don't know why I did that accent. I'm just saying, come at me, I'll chop you up. I mean, we know he's there because of ADSB, but does he know we're there?
I don't know. Because
soon is that part of what they want to do with the RID? Is that they can tell that we're there when they're flying in our space?
Right.
It's our space. That's everybody's space. I guess over water it doesn't really matter. But
well, when you're flying a DJI drone, you get those warnings. They'll say aircraft in vicinity.
Cryptoman's right. They do have the right of way, and we understand that because there's a human being up there, or two or five. But thing is, if they're flying recklessly, knowing that there are SUAS in the area, we don't move as necessarily as quickly as they do.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there is an argument there.
Yep, that's true.
I mean, unless you're flying the POS, because it zips around way faster than the Avata from Nevada.
Yep.
It is. It's quicker.
Hey, I live in Arvada, so I have the Avata in Arvada.
Where? Arvada.
Arvada.
The Avata from Arvada. That's hard to say. I like Nevada better. Sorry.
So how's the weather there in Florida? I understand
what's going to happen, Wayne? I'm sorry.
There's a tropical storm headed your way?
No. Is there?
Yeah, that's what I heard. There's the first named storm is in the central Atlantic right now.
Yeah, it's in the central Atlantic. It's like it's not threatening anything. It's
not yet, but if you look at the cone, Florida is like right in the middle of it. Yep.
The cone.
So it's the cone of silence.
I'd love Get Smart. But anyway, that shows our age that I knew exactly what you were talking about. Last I checked, it was no threat to us.
Well, not right now, but it's a few days out. I mean, it could either fall apart or
I'm
it could.
afraid now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you guys have had a pretty darn quiet season this year.
And last year and the year before. It's it's heading towards Florida, and then it hits Johnny Drone Flyer in Louisiana. Oh, it's heading towards Florida, and then it smacks Johnny Drone Flyer in Louisiana.
Yeah.
Oh, it's heading towards Louisiana. Must have done something that pissed God off.
Yeah.
What was it, Johnny? Tell us. Because everything hit Louisiana. Oh no, I'm sorry, that's not quite true. A couple of things hit Texas, but nothing hit Florida. It was just a joke the last couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I wanted to. My wife does. My wife's a whack job. She grew up in the Philippines. Oh, well, these hurricanes. I keep talking. We've been here 13, 14 years. Haven't seen shit. Yeah. Let's keep doing that. We don't need it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, about the only thing.
Man, we're talking about like last year, recently. They got destroyed. We got rain.
Yep.
Got a lot of threats.
Well, we got some rainstorms this year where we had 4 inches of rain dump in an hour, which flooded the freeway. Which was, hey, great idea. Let's make the highway go underground. Yeah, that's good.
It's a lot of water, 4 inches. I don't know. We got sandy loam here. It sucks. It sucks pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no power, trees down.
Blizzards.
You read the chat?
No power. Boy. Yes.
Yeah, so we support Louisiana. A lot of Florida crews were there helping out, and more than happy to help those guys out, our fellow Americans, suffering through all that. Gators had a field day in 2005. What does that mean?
Oh, they must have won a bunch of games. Was that when Tim Tebow played?
I don't know.
And he played for the Broncos for a year. And he was quarterback when we actually beat Pittsburgh. We won a playoff game with him. And then we lost the following week.
Who's we?
The Broncos. Denver Broncos.
Oh, that's right. They still play football there? Denver Broncos. I remember playing the Denver Broncos, the Giants playing the Denver Broncos.
Yep.
I remember.
Super Bowl 21. I was there at the Rose Bowl.
I remember being told we were going to get destroyed, and then they were winning at the half, and and you guys. Then I remember us kind of kicking the crap out of them. I do remember that. Yeah. If you're going to say we, like I was there. Just saying.
Well, that was because we had Dan Reeves as the coach.
Who we bought from you later.
And then he went to Atlanta and got to the Super Bowl, and the Broncos beat him. That was the second Elway Super Bowl that he won.
That's all he won, right? He won 2?
Yeah, back to back. Yep. 97, 98. Yeah, we beat the Packers. That was the first Super Bowl the Broncos ever won, and came back, and then we beat the Falcons. Yep.
Oh, good for you!
I think most of the people in the chat don't care about professional football. I'm seeing no responses to this silly conversation.
Well, the Colorado Buffaloes are playing TCU tonight.
Are they?
Yep.
You know, I don't even follow professional football anymore. That whole kneeling thing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to stay away from politics, but I stopped watching football.
Yep.
Like,
Same
stop
here.
putting your crap in my face.
Mm-hmm.
I've had a nickel for every time I said that. I mean, I want to watch the sport, not you
Right.
putting your politics in my face. Same thing with baseball. I stopped watching them when they moved the All-Star game out of Georgia because of
Oh yeah, I know.
you guys.
Where'd they go? Where'd they play?
Yeah, Colorado, where the voting
Yeah,
where the voting
okay.
rules are actually more stringent. Stupid.
Yeah. Yep.
Someday I'll forgive them when I'm seeing
Oh,
them.
by the way, when they had the primary, what happened in that? They were saying that they were going to restrict voting, and they had record turnout.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
I love it when liberals are wrong.
That they can say racist things like minorities can't get ID, like they're too dumb or incapable of actually going and getting a fucking ID. And I'm sorry. All right, let's not get into this conversation.
Yeah. So the weather's been pretty good today out there. Hot, cold.
It was hot.
Rainy.
In the 90s.
Snowy.
Very humid.
Oh
very
boy.
Humid. Rained at Port St. Lucie in the morning, but it wasn't raining in Stewart. Anything else? It's supposed to rain some more. I'll bet you it'll be raining in the future.
Also on the Artemis front, Artemis 1 was scrubbed today. They got a leak in the hydrogen tank.
You have to keep it clean, you know. It flies faster when it's scrubbed clean. You know. That's okay. Maybe it's time for a night mission. I like those night missions. They're really visible from here.
Yep. And I think they're going to try for Tuesday.
I don't work Tuesday.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll take a ride up to my dad's. My dad is much closer to that thing.
Oh yeah, that's right.
There's an excuse to go for a ride. From St. Cloud to there is maybe 60 miles, maybe. And you could see it really, really easily. From here, it's more like 110. You can still see it, especially at night. You know?
Yeah.
But it's just a streak across that sky.
Right.
Even with minimal magnification from my dad's, it's pretty obvious what you're looking at.
Cool. Hey, Johnny. Johnny Drone Flyer. And then we got Steve W. Knoll.
How are you? Maybe Tuesday I'll jump on the bike if the weather's good.
There you go.
Do a run up the coast and get as close as I can and really see it, which I've never done.
There you
if
go.
anybody's in Florida wants to join me on a bike ride, let me know.
Yeah, that's a lot of pedaling for you. Yeah, a lot of exercise.
By bike, I mean Harley. Don't show up in
I thought you were talking about a Schwinn. Get on your Schwinn. And swing on your Schwinn.
Want to get on my swing? That's really wrong.
Yeah.
Maddie, don't wish you owned a friggin' bike. Spend less money on every drone that comes down the pike and get yourself like a used Yamaha. No, the Yamahas are expensive. Grab a Suzuki. You can get some good deals on some decent Suzukis. They're all good. Everything's good. Two wheels is good no matter where it comes from.
Let's welcome all the way from Athens, Texas. It's Chris Hope. Welcome,
What's up,
Chris.
Arthur?
Good to see you.
What's up, Uncle Bill?
How you feeling, Chris? You feeling better?
Yeah, feel good. Feel good. If I'm finally
I can tell.
Said adios.
You're about over the COVID thing?
Yep. Hello, everybody in the chat.
Good to hear. How's the weather down there in Texas?
Like 88
Hot?
today, humid. We got
Yeah.
we was on a drought on a Tuesday and was in a flood on a Wednesday.
Oh boy.
So my lake ain't full, but my pond here at my house is in pretty good shape, and I've had to mow grass in 6 days.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. Mowed twice all summer, and I've mowed twice in the last week.
Wow.
Thank you. Appreciate your prayers very much.
Yeah, everybody loves you. They want you to get better.
Hell, I appreciate it. It's
Have you ever heard anybody say a negative word about that guy?
Oh, there's some out there. Trust me.
I've never heard it, and I'll kick their ass.
I appreciate the slack. Hey, Bill,
Hey, Bill.
Hi, Bill.
Johnny.
Bill Thomas in the chat. Manny, I'll keep an eye out. I'll look around.
Y'all ever had pistachios with sea salt and vinegar?
No,
Yes.
I haven't tried that.
They're
They
good.
are addictive.
I bet.
I've had all kinds of different pistachios. I've had them in chilies, like chili powder. Wasn't crazy about that, but sea salt was good. Vinegar.
Ooh,
Vinegar's good on
sounds
everything.
good.
French fries.
Pistachio French.
Yeah.
Cool.
Pistachios are good for you. They're a little fattening, but
Yes.
they're good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like them. Yep.
Yeah, I mowed 4 yards today. I mowed my other house, then I mowed my neighbor's house. She's got pneumonia.
Ooh.
So I mowed her house, and I went and mowed my mom's. Then I mowed this place, and I got through mowing about 4 o'clock. Serviced my mower. Then me and my wife, I fixed homemade meatballs.
Ooh.
And she's found some marinara sauce that is just some kind of a
Oh.
bad to the bone. Store bought, but man, it's good.
Oh, good. Good.
So we
Hey,
had
I
that.
wanted to say something. Let's, say a prayer for Lee Bessing. His wife passed away yesterday, so our thoughts and prayers go out to Lee and his family. So sorry to hear about your loss.
Yeah, Lee. I seen that. He put that on in Kelly's stream there yesterday.
Yep.
Then I seen it on Facebook. So yeah, it's a bad deal. Hate that, Lee. I've got to meet Lee two or three times. I guess it's been up, and
Yep.
once or twice down there at Kai's Fly-In.
Right.
Mason Keyser, if y'all know him, he's been following me for quite a while. He had 12 hours of surgery yesterday. What on, I'm not sure, but
Wow.
he put out a little video today, said he was feeling a little better.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a regular on my Sunday show. Comes in. Yep.
Yeah, he'll get up early enough to watch us fly on Sunday mornings.
Oh, good. Good.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be out flying my Avata tomorrow.
Well, you go and enjoy your Avata. You running with the big dogs now.
Yep.
With the Aldrins and the Herons and the Kellys and all. You big dogging it, buddy.
Yep.
Yeah, just
right.
the name of that makes it sound like it's upper echelon. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Excuse me, Muffy. I have to pull out my Avata.
Just
Avata.
Oh, that sounded
Yeah,
perverse.
but you know
it's the Cadillac of drone.
But at 4 o'clock we have to stop for tea with the Avata.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's right.
You got a remote? You gonna fly?
Muffy.
You got a remote, or you gonna fly it with the joystick?
Yeah, that's the only thing I got is the motion control.
Okay.
So that'll be interesting.
They say it's easy.
Yep. That's what Tom said at the beginning of the show here. He's been talking it up. And the guys I'm flying with, they're in the chat. Daryl Rushing and Jordan Dopp, they're in the flight club. And sometimes Lee from Adventure FPV. Sometimes he shows up.
You know, well, but just don't sneeze, don't scratch your cleons,
You don't
or at least use your other hand, I guess.
don't try to interview somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you think of the Avata? Yeah.
Yeah, just
So how was your flying?
well, have fun with it. I mean, it looks pretty rugged. I'm sure you'll be able to smash it into everything in your house, but it'll be okay.
It'll be all right. I mean,
Like
it's
you usually
to
do.
each his own. You know,
Mm-hmm.
y'all have fun.
I think down the road I'll probably own one. Why not? I mean down the road. Not yet. I just bought the POS. You know, I mean, I might.
I don't know what. Here's the thing, Bill. DJI in the last 5 years has put so many birds out there. Which one do you want? I mean,
The ones I have. You know, the Air 2S is great. The Mini is great. I got the FPV now, which is great. The Tello, I don't even. You know, I got a couple of little mini whoops that aren't DJI that I don't even look at.
Yeah, I got the two Phantom 4s and I got the Mini, and I love all three of them. And the two Phantoms have their place, and the Mini has its place.
Yep.
It's but there's so much in between what I just said now.
Yeah.
You know, I've got a couple of
Right.
FPV birds. I fly those. It's a crazy time we live in. You know, now I kind of can see how the RC guys that's been flying for 50 years, like old Mitch, you know, he's flown fixed wings and jets and helicopters for years.
Mm-hmm.
Now I get it. There's a lot to choose from. It's just
Because it changes all the time, and I understand. I mean, when I flew RC when I was like 17, and ducted fan models were just coming out, you know, and they were fuel, you know. I tell you the truth, I would love to have a ducted fan fuel motor. God, it just would be cool. I mean, just the sound. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with the electric ones. I mean, they're great, but something about the fuel.
I remember the little old gas cars. You put the Ector fuel or whatever it was called back then in the little thing. You get that dude going, and we didn't have a radio. You just let it go.
Yeah.
Remember them?
I remember those. Remember those. And U lines. I mean, I did that too. I mean, it was fun. And yeah, but to do deducted fuel, you had to have a starter. You had to have it had a little cone on the end of it. You put it up.
Yep.
And
Yep.
A little battery.
Oh, how about the little spring that you had to make sure you gotta be fast.
I forgot
Get your finger.
I forgot about that little reverse spring thing. That was
Yep.
Yeah. I forgot all about it.
How about those big wing gliders that had the motor on? It had a weight on the wingtip, and you just threw it in the air, and it would just sail around and around until it ran out of gas, and then you watched it come back down. That's right, Johnny, the COT 049. Yep. I had the Baby Bee. That was the 020. Talk about tiny. And then I think I had one that was the next one up from the 049. Yep.
Yeah, a lot of good memories. I remember having. It looked like a flashlight, and you may have said it, Bill.
0.15. I'm sorry.
Might have been.
No, what I'm talking about, it looked like a flashlight. It had a long rope on it, and you mashed a button on it like a flashlight, and it turned the propeller, and you just stood, you drilled yourself in the ground.
No, 0.15 is like 3 times the size. What was the next one? There was something in between there. 0.15 could do a full horsepower. That was a pretty strong motor. It wasn't a huge motor. It was a pretty strong motor.
Was it the 09?
Might be.
Yeah.
Matthew.
That sounds right. I don't know. It's been a long time, buddy. I don't recall. But
that's.
I remember I had a remote control boat that had an 049 on it. It was actually it actually had a fan on above the water. It was like an airboat. And all you needed was 2 channels for that. And it would zip across the water, and it was fun. It's a little dangerous. You actually caught up with people, to put your fingers in the fans. But
that's the name of the game, Bill. Fun.
Yeah, it was fun. It was all for fun. That was when my Futaba 6-channel, which was a new company back then, 6-channel. And then I actually got the receiver and the servos, and it was my 6-channel Futaba was badass. I sold the whole thing to buy my first Mustang, and I regret it. And, I mean, the Mustang I wrecked. But that was fun.
I had the PT-19, which was that hot strainer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but
Blue
it was
and yellow.
Was it U-line or remote control?
Yep. U-line. Yep.
U-line. I had several U-lines. I had a P40. I had a Stuka. The Stuka was fun because it was kind of lumbering. It was a pretty heavy plastic model for an 049 motor, but it flew great. You could do a loop with it, a big wide loop, and it just flew great. And I just really liked that. I still have a vision. I was flying in the winter, and we had actually shoveled a path to take off and land. When we did that, we made like it was a mound in the way, and I remember it was getting a little too close to the ground, and but that was fun. Yeah, I had the Stuka. I don't think I had an ArtCo, but I wanted one because I always thought they were cool looking. Everybody loved the Mustang.
Yeah,
everybody loves the Mustang. I mean, you just can't talk about scale RC without talking about the Mustang. So let's move on from there. Probably the P40, and those two were my favorite. And they were a great deal. You could, for like $15 or $19, you got the full kit. Back in the day.
I had the P40 that was. You remember the profile balsa wood planes? All it was a slab of balsa wood, and you painted the camouflage and all that. And I flew that around, and I was going around. I go. Getting a little, started going up and down, and then I put a little bit too much up, and all of a sudden it went
straight up and straight down.
Right into the ground, and it split right in half.
Oh, it's balsa. What do you expect?
Yeah.
But that was what was the motor on that? Is it 049?
049. Yep.
You can't even buy that shit anymore.
Well, you can on eBay if you look around. Yep.
I miss that stuff.
Now everything is all electric motor. Yep.
It's fine, but there was something about taking your motor apart, cleaning your carb, learning about engines that way. Working with the white fuel. I just like gas, which is better. And gas RC cars, the power behind them and the fun behind them. But again, it taught you. It didn't teach me because I worked on cars too. But I mean, you learned about cars, you learned about planes, you learned about airfoils because you're actually building it. You weren't buying a foam ready to go.
Yeah,
you're actually building your airframe and putting using dope and covering the skin and understanding your center of gravity, and it was just fun. To see center of gravity, I forgot ST's rockets, baby.
Yeah, ST's rockets. I played around with that a little bit. Yep.
Oh, quite a bit. We were into that. Yeah.
Speaking of rocket,
One thing I wish I got was the camera. There was actually a little.
Oh
one-
yes, I remember that. Yeah, it had like 8mm film, or was it 16? Because
the spring
it had a
load.
mirror in it.
Wind it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just to get you. Wow! Look at the angle. What you can see when you're taking. I mean, now we don't think anything about it because we're flying camera drones. But back then, it was pretty cool. Did you
make
rockets, Chris?
your own motors with sugar?
You know what rocket I had as a kid growing up? And I think you can still buy one. Yes. You fill it full of water. You pump it up as hard as you can get that last push, and then you release it. That does
Pull the trigger.
They're fun. And some of the better ones would get way the hell up there.
Oh,
and what was fun, and in the summertime when it was really hot out, you just stand right underneath it and let it spray everybody, which could hurt a little bit. But they were fun. Not just quite the same thing, but it was
not
fun.
The same, but that's the rockets I had. We had some, growing up in elementary, some of the junior high kids. This is back before we had a high school. Would get out there on the track. And they'd launch their rockets. They had a science class. That was part of their science project. Okay. I always thought that was cool. Speaking of rockets, were you going to be able to? Can you watch NASA lift off from your house, Bill?
We can see it once it's up. Probably about 10 or 20 miles from this far away. I'm about 108 miles from Canaveral.
Are you?
And especially at night, yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
During the day, pretty much. I mean, you see a streak from here, and you can certainly see it. Like as I was saying earlier, my dad lives in St. Cloud, which is just south of Orlando, and from there it's maybe 55, 60 miles away, and it's just much better, from there. But yeah, we could definitely see it at night. It's very cool, But during the day, you can see it, but it's not so much.
Cool.
You definitely could see it. But I don't know when they're going to take off next. If they announced when they're going to try again.
Yeah, I think they said Tuesday.
Oh, you said that. I might go to my dad's and check it out. Why not? Ride my bike.
And if they don't make it, either Tuesday or Wednesday at the latest, they'll have to wait until October.
Oh, they'll want to get it up. They'll figure something out.
Yeah, that's NASA.
Got to be safe. I mean, they've had some problems.
Well, this is the first time that this has gone up. You can do anything you want to on the ground until you actually put one in the air.
You got to be careful. I mean, if it's been a long time and they want success, because, like I said, they've had some disasters, but not as much as Russia. Who doesn't care?
Yeah, they're shooting rockets just about every week.
Yeah, but when they fail, they just Okay, comrade, step in line. I mean, to this day, you know who Krista McAuliffe is?
No.
I mean, it's one person who perished. I mean, tragically, horrifically, in front of the entire world. But so they want to be safe, and who doesn't understand that? Hey, you got a new subscriber there, Artie.
Mr. B. Mr. B, thank you very much. Awesome. That's a delayed cha-ching, so we'll give you a train with that too. All right, let's get another 10. No, I'm not like 10. Yeah, let's try and get 10 more subscribers tonight.
But anyway, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that. Like I said, if they're going to fly on Tuesday, I need to stop up and see my dad anyway. He once again decided to get back into internet, and we went online and we bought him a Remand Back Air Pro and our Mac Pro, and he's had it for an entire week and a half and said, screw it, I'm going back to the 50s. And he canceled his internet and he wants to give me the laptop.
Oh boy.
It's just like the fourth time he's done this. It's like, yeah, let's just try it again. This thing makes me crazy. Fuck this. Excuse me. I'm getting rid of this. And he does the same thing. Get off my lawn. So, I'm going to end up with a remand Mac Pro that I don't need. I'll give it to a friend. That's okay. It's a perfectly good one. I ordered it for him. He was looking around and they were, because he buys from catalogs. I told you stories, right? He buys from catalogs and they wanted like $270. So it doesn't seem bad. Found it for 150 shipped. Exact same one. Probably from the same people. And works great. Looks good. Not a dead pixel in it.
Oh, so I guess I have to, okay.
Oh, they have these seals on the quick connects?
It'll be October then.
On the quick connects?
Yeah, they didn't go to O'Reilly's and get the O-rings. That's the problem.
There you go. O'Reilly. Auto parts.
Quick connects.
Sometimes they over-engineer this stuff, and it's the simplest things.
It's embarrassing. I mean, is that the truth? I mean, is that really what the problem is?
Hey, it's happened before, Bill. You said her name a while ago.
Oh, I know. Well, that's what killed those people on the shuttle.
Simple.
Bad seals.
Simple stuff. Cold
Well,
weather.
and it was cold weather, too. They decided to launch, when they had that heavy freeze where it got down the upper 20s.
Right. But if the seals were better, that wouldn't have been an issue. That's the point. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the point. The O-rings weren't designed for cold weather.
That's right.
Who launches? Who puts a bird up at 29 degrees Fahrenheit? That's poor management.
Well, yeah.
They took the layman out of it, and let somebody make a decision. They didn't know what they were doing. It's that same old adage: too many chiefs, not enough Indians. And the Indians know what's going on.
Native Americans. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. We have to pray at the altar of wokeness. Thank you.
I'm one myself, so.
Okay. You know what though? What's the difference what the word is? You are what you are. I mean, it doesn't matter. We called you Indians, but you're not really from India, and they were incorrect to begin with, and that has a bad connotation. Why is it a bad connotation? You're just identifying that person is a Native American, which, by the way, we all are because we were born here. So I just, I don't know. It's just nuts. You are what percentage Native American, Chris?
Just is what it is, the way I see it. But
what percentage are you?
I'm way down now. I'm about like 5 generations down.
Oh, okay.
I don't have no papers or nothing.
Oh, so you're not getting any casino money?
No.
It's amazing the people in Florida have like 178%. One tiny little, of the what's the tribe here? The Seminole. Seminole. So like 178% Seminole, and they're getting money.
Yep.
They're getting money. It's like, why? What did you have to do with the suffering that tribe? Whatever. It's just crazy. Just nuts. Or what's your nationality? Or what's your heritage? Besides America.
Swedish, German, English.
Oh, you're a whitey.
I'm a whitey, yep. My ancestors settled. They were one of the founders of Stamford, Connecticut.
Really? It's interesting. Very cool.
Yep. And
I'm Irish and
then
Italian.
from there, they just went west over time. They went to Pennsylvania, and then Indiana, and then Missouri, and they ended up here in Colorado for a couple of years. Went back to Chicago. Hey,
Yeah, I find the roots and the genetics and all that. I actually bought the. Forget which one I have.
Ancestry.
Yeah, I think that's one. Yeah, I have that one,
Yep.
and it's interesting. It doesn't change who I am. I'm still Bill. You're still Art. That's still Chris.
Mhm.
And what happened 100 years ago, 200 years ago, 7,000 years ago, doesn't matter. That's Chris.
I can
You're
only
Art.
control.
Mhm.
I can
I
only
respect
control what
both.
I
I
have
respect
access
and
to
love
now.
both of you.
Mhm.
Just saying.
Yep.
Calabrese. Look at Northside Hawk from Australia. There's guineas in Australia. Shh, don't tell anybody.
Calabrese. Okay.
Calabrese, good food. I'm gonna get some more alcohol in me because my father was Irish. I'll be right back.
Alrighty. Yep. Yeah, Chris and I hold
Let's
fort.
feed the stereotype.
Well,
Probably have something to eat because my mother's Italian.
Mm-hmm. Somebody had a photo of a place, I think it was in England or Europe, where they had a big outdoor concert, and after the concert, there's all these abandoned camping tents all over the place. They just up and left them.
Really?
So I guess the situation was intense.
Oh, you funny, Joe. You funny, Art.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, me.
So, Chris, will this be your first winter at the old homestead, your parents' place?
Yep. Yeah, this winter will be our first one. We're coming into. We made it through probably the third worst summer I know of. 2011 was bad. This one here was pretty bad
Yeah.
as far as heat and no water. We didn't get any water till we got rain at the end of May,
Mm-hmm.
and then we got 7 inches the week. Last week, 7 inches last week. Then another day we got 2 inches. So my place is good now. I live on a sand. This place is on a sand hill. It's probably 200, 300 foot of just old sand. Boy, I tell you what, like I told you earlier, I mowed twice in 6 days.
Yep.
It's gone crazy.
Yeah. We had a big rainstorm a couple weeks ago, and they hadn't mowed the lawn here at the apartment complex for quite a while, and it got really thick. And then they finally came through, and they cut it. And then it was another couple weeks before they cut it again because we had another rainstorm that came through, not as heavy, but boy, did that grass just grow like crazy.
Yeah,
And they came through and they really knocked it down.
I'm glad to see it. Art, a bale of hay last year was $40. This year it's $100.
Wow.
It's just because it's the trickle down effect, down to us.
Yep.
$1,000 a ton for fertilizer back in the spring. Last year it was $500. It's
Yeah, boy, that's too bad.
It's crazy, absolutely crazy.
Yep.
Anyway, this boy's got my place lease. He sold a bunch of cows. He had about 25 head on here, and now he's down to 8. And I'm glad to see it because they had eat it down to nothing. Now then, it's rained, and I got about 10 acres out here in the front. The coastal is it's almost knee deep on me now. He took the cows off of them and put them on the backside where there's grass, but he ain't having to feed. Last year at this time, he's already done fed about 20 bales of hay, but he hadn't fed no hay yet. So it's good for him. He's made some money when he sold his cows, and Not a lot, but he did make a little bit. So, but it's
Well,
tough.
folks, it's that time. It's time for sticker giveaway. Give away some ArtCo stickers. I wish I had some here. I forgot to pick some. I've got a whole stack out in the other room. So, yes, that's right. Uncle Bill is correct. Hashtag stickers.
Irish,
Go ahead
Welsh,
and put that
German.
in chat.
My first wife was Irish, Welsh, and German.
Huh.
She
That
was.
explains.
She was a slut too. Sorry. And Canadian. Ooh, did you see Mr. B? I mean, I don't know what I missed, but he's my people, his people. Apparently he has people. Came over here in the mid 1700s from Scotland.
Ah, cool.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah, somebody posted today on Facebook. Today is the last day that you'll see a sunset after 8 o'clock until next spring, I believe.
Oh boy.
So I know my sunrise here in the mornings at 7.
My people didn't get here to the turn of the last century, so I think the Irish were here first, the Irish side. Then the Guineas.
Well, my Swedish ancestors, the Carlsons, came here in 1888, I believe. They settled in Chicago.
I think I'd have to check it out. It was late 1800s for the Irish side. The Italian side, I think, was just on the other side of the 1900, I believe.
Right.
My grandfather was born in New York in like 1917 during the World War.
All right. Well, come on, folks. We're up. 14 now. Let's get one more. One more, and we'll throw the switch.
Good luck, everybody.
Alrighty. Oh, one of my ancestors' homes is on the National Historic Registry.
That's very cool. What country?
Yep.
This country?
Yes, and matter of fact, it's in Delaware. It's the Alley House, built in 1740.
Wow, that's a ways.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Florida, where is the oldest European city in the United States of America?
St. Augustine.
There you go. St. Augustine, Florida.
Yeah. All right, folks, let's go ahead and draw. Matt Sarah 420. Matt's email me your address and I'll get that out to you. Congratulations, Maximo Aponte. Yep.
Oh, Max. Art, I'm gonna cut loose, dude.
All right. Well, thanks for coming in.
Hey, Captain.
Chris, I'm
now
very pleased to
Ray
hear you're
Kelly
feeling,
decided to come in.
very pleased to hear you're feeling better.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yep. All's well.
Good seeing you. Thanks for coming in because I was boring the crap out of everybody.
We'll catch y'all later somewhere. Take care.
Take her easy, buddy.
Take care, Chris.
Who's coming in?
Is
Somebody coming in?
Nope. Just you mean James? No, his internet's down.
I thought you said somebody was coming in. Okay, that's all right.
Nope.
Thank you, Chris, for coming
We'll
in.
hang for a little bit. We still got a good group, and nobody's deserted us for Adrian's show.
Is he going? He is going. Don't go there. Don't go there. They serve bad food there. Don't go there.
At Adrian's?
Sounds like a restaurant, doesn't it? Adrian's.
Yeah. You know what? It sounds like a Caribbean cuisine. Adrian Mateo.
Adrian's Dominican cuisine. I went to a Dominican restaurant in St. Cloud. It was awful.
Oh, yeah? Yeah. Cool.
Just was. But that's because I'm ethnically stupid. Don't get me wrong, it's a good restaurant, very good restaurant. The woman in the kitchen that was actually cooking the food was the owner's grandmother. So we were talking about really authentic shit. I just didn't like it. I wanted to like it so bad, but I just didn't like it.
What was it? Was it like beans and rice or something?
No, I had something made of mushed, smashed plantanos and I'll think of it later.
Bologna?
No, bologna. That's Italian.
Goat?
Get it. Doesn't matter. I don't want to insult the Dominicans. They're wonderful people. One of my bosses is Dominican. I love him to death. I really do. I've known him for decades. Really, really, really good guy. But I told him what I had. He's like, "Oh, that's the best." It's like, no, it really sucked. So it's all, it all depends what you're used to,
Mm-hmm.
But anyway,
was it spicy? Was it bland? Was it?
It was bland. I was stunned. I told him, if you can make this spicy, make it spicy because I like spicy food. And
yeah,
okay. No.
Like, hey, put a little Tabasco in there. How about an onion? Throw an onion in there. Maybe some basil. Who knows? Rosemary. I don't know.
I don't know.
Jambalaya.
It was just wasn't great. All right, I'll look it up. I'll see what it was. I'll tell you what it was. Okay.
Was it El Frito de Cucaracha?
No, it's just what, cockroach. What is wrong with you?
Back at my old job, we had it.
The prices were good. It was just nice, but just all right. There it is. There's the picture. It looked fantastical, and they get a 4.7 out of 93. So don't get me wrong, very authentic and good food. It's a good place to eat. I don't want to say it wasn't because it is. I just did not enjoy the food.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Did it have a picture of it?
Yeah, you want to see it?
Yeah, we would. We would like that.
They got a picture of it right here. Let me find out what it's called first before I share that with you. Because it's bothering me that I can't remember.
Mm-hmm.
Mofongo.
Oh.
Mofongo.
Mofongo in the jungle.
There's something wrong with you. But anyway, let's get a picture.
Let me guess, it has
And
mushroom pit.
I got the seafood mofongo, so I spent the money. And the
Oh,
seafood was awesome. The garlicky broth that came with it was fine. It was good. But the mofongo
and
is
still
just.
no picture.
Well, you want the picture? I'll share it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's what we're waiting for.
Who's we?
The
Ah,
audience would like to know. Yeah.
yeah, don't assume.
Oh. Oh, yeah. So it's got mussels and okay. Yeah, it looks like
Mussels,
it has
clams,
shrimp.
and some kind of whitefish and shrimp. It was. Don't get me wrong. The seafood, great. The broth, great. That's actually the table we sat at. They had picnic tables in there, and I am. It's called La Margarita, and I'm not criticizing them. It's clean, very nice people, very authentic. I just personally did not like mofongo. That's all. But from what I
Huh.
can read, it's really good stuff. I don't know. I thought it was
And
bland.
how do you spell that? Maybe I can Google it. Mofongo?
Mofongo, yeah.
Is it that's
Here, I'll go to the
MA?
Now go to the website and go to their menu, and I will tell you. Dominican cuisine.
Oh, there we go. Like Mofongo. Is that what you get when you watch Fandango?
There you go. I had the seafood mofongo right there.
Okay. Oh, it's got plantains. That's why you didn't like it, because they had bananas in it.
Plantains
That
do not taste
actually
like
might.
bananas. Don't even tell that story. And again, it was quality place and quality food and quality people. I just
Right.
personally didn't like it. That's all.
Hey, we got Mike Roach in the chat. CNY photo video. Good to see him, Mike. Cool. Who?
I see
Mike
David
Roach, who?
Lorenzo's here.
Yep. David Lorenzo.
What's up, Guns? How you doing? Looks yummy. It did look yummy. That's why I ordered it. And unfortunately, my dad ordered the exact same thing, so it wasn't like we could try something different. You know, because
Right.
I've never had Dominican food at a Dominican restaurant. Although the funny thing is, one of my bosses is Dominican, and my kitchen manager at work is Dominican.
Okay. Yeah, notice how on
All
that
right.
side of the island, prosperous, go over to the west side, Haiti, total shit show. If you ever look at a photograph of the island of Hispaniola, which is Dominican Republic is on the east side and Haiti is on the west side, you'll notice that Haiti is like barren because the people are so poor they've cut down most of the trees for fuel.
It's kind of sad.
Yeah, it is. And they're one of the poorest countries in the Caribbean. They've got corrupt politicians there. They've got, gangs pretty much control the country. And they get hit with earthquakes and volcanoes.
You know, my two cooks at night are Haitian.
Yeah.
They're awesome.
They're not Dominican then.
No, the cooks at night are.
Oh, the cooks. Okay.
No, the kitchen manager's Dominican. The cooks at night are Haitian. God,
yeah,
they're so good. They're very good. Just great guys and just really good.
Good.
So again, but they are who they are. It's got nothing to do with their country or their background or whatever.
Right.
And that restaurant is a very good restaurant. It's highly regarded, and they serve an authentic, nice meal. I just personally, this fat old guinea here, just didn't
Mhm.
enjoy it. And I like different ethnic foods. I mean, I like Thai, I like all kinds of stuff, but I like spicy. It was just too bland for me. That whole bulk of mofongo in the middle just really brought everything. It's supposed to blend it and bring it all together. To me, it
Right.
just brought it all down. But that's just me.
Mhm.
Just saying. I would recommend anybody who likes Dominican cuisine to go there because they do a
Mhm.
nice job and they're nice people.
Okay. It's somewhere
Just-
there. Don't try the mofongo.
And I got to tell you a little other secret. Our Dominican kitchen manager doesn't make a good baked ziti.
Yeah.
Think it's a cultural thing. It's not good. Too much pepper. Black pepper. Black pepper. Baked ziti. I shouldn't say that in public. Don't order
Oh,
the
but
baked ziti.
Mike just got back from the Adirondacks. Love their chairs.
Huh?
Good, good. Great to hear that, Mike. Hope you could join us tomorrow. We're on later now, Mike. We're on at 7 p.m. Eastern time.
Artie, being that my mother was Italian, do you think I'm a good cook?
I would not know your wife does all the cooking. And by the way, I like that menudo. That was pretty darn good.
I'm actually a very good cook.
Oh, good.
I'm known as a very good cook, and I just think it's like a thing.
Yeah.
Good life, is good eating. Good. You know,
Mhm.
whatever. Yes, my wife loves to cook, and she does a great job. She does. The menudo you had, we've had menudo since then. It was better.
Oh,
I wasn't that crazy about the menudo she served you. I don't know what she did different, but it wasn't the same. Part of it is you got to let it go longer, and I think she rushed it.
well, being a single guy, I like to experiment and throw things together. And last night, what I did is I go, I got a can of cream of mushroom soup. What can I do to kind of you know
Cream of
zip
mushroom
it
soup is
up?
like the base of so many different things. Casseroles.
Yep.
Make yourself a nice rice casserole or noodle casserole with cream mushroom soup. Yeah.
Well, what I
When
did
we were
was,
broke, Campbell's cream mushroom soup, noodles or rice, and a can of tuna fish,
yep,
and you're in the deal, and it's tasty.
I
What did you?
had some chicken thigh. So what I did is I fried it up and I cut it up into small pieces and I stir fried it. And then I took one red potato, cut it up into little chunks, and boiled it for about a half hour, 45 minutes still, till it got soft. And then I put that in there and put in the microwave for about 3 minutes. And I'll boil
Oh,
the
the
back.
microwave. That's key. Artie, you cut it up first and then boiled it.
Yeah,
Okay.
because if you don't cut it up, it'll take days for it to soften up.
Days.
Yeah.
Those are magical red potatoes.
But when I make a stew, I do have a crock pot. And I'll cube up the potatoes and then I'll take some of those baby carrots, throw them in there, take a half an onion, slice it up, throw that in there. Then I take the pot roast and I'll sear it on both sides and on the edge. And I get
Share with
I get that
share with what?
that stew sauce. It's in a packet where you put like
No,
two or
when
three
you
cups.
sear, you should be searing in oil. I mean,
Yeah,
searing is actually searing. But what are you doing?
I'm using either butter or olive oil.
Olive oil. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
butter's got too much fluid, got too much water. Unless you're going to separate it, unless you're going to separate the whey out,
Oh.
I'm sorry. Continue, Artie, please.
And then then I'll put the meat in. I'll put the meat in first, and then I put all the veggies in on top, and then I put it on high for about 5-6 hours, and now I'll turn it down to low. And like for instance, on a Saturday, I'll start it in the morning, and it will cook until after I'm done with the shell. And and while it's cooking, I throw some flour in there to thicken up the gravy. Otherwise, it's just a watery, yeah, not much taste. But if you put some
Sounds
flour
great.
in there, it thickens up the gravy in there, and then I have enough meals. I get like 3 or 4 meals out of it.
Sounds great. Really does. When you sear the meat, have you ever floured it first? You could do that.
Oh, that's a good
It helps
idea.
congeal. It helps the outer edge sear and congeal a little bit more and keep the juices in a little longer. Just something
Well,
you could do.
sometimes I put salt and pepper on both sides, and then
Well, the salt's good because it'll break the meat down and make it more tender and help it fall apart if that's what you're
yep.
looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Pepper is mostly just for seasoning. And by the way, try to stay away from black pepper. Black pepper is great if you're looking for kidney stones or gallstones. And a lot of Guineas had that problem. I'm sorry, a lot of us Italians had that problem because they use a little bit too much black pepper in their cooking. You're better off if you use a smaller amount of red pepper. Red pepper is actually digestible by human beings, and black pepper is not. Black pepper you have to pass, which is where you end up with the stones. Did you know that?
Never had problems with stones. Nope.
Well, I'm just saying, a lot of Italians do,
Yeah.
and it's because they use too much black pepper, and it
Yeah.
ends up like a.
Yeah, I don't put a whole bunch of pepper on my food anyway. Not like my friend from India that visited
right.
me, and she just put a crap ton of black pepper on everything.
Red pepper, I mean, it depends on which red pepper. Red pepper is not only
Black
better
pepper.
for you because red pepper,
Yeah.
is because you can digest it. It also tastes better. I mean, there's just different red peppers. It's not just anyway. I'm just saying. Diverticulitis. So that's why, because
Yep.
your body can't break it down; it has to pass it, and that's why it ends up getting caught. In yes, it's Art's Cooking Channel. Yes,
Yep.
Why not?
Yeah, you've come to Chef Boy RT.
You know, I actually like Chef Boyardee. It's so bland and nothing, but
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
it's inoffensive.
Once in a while, I'll pick up a can or two and throw that in, make a nice quick meal. Yep, Art's
Art, can I ask you a
Cooking
question?
Solution.
Do you know what the word Prego means besides spaghetti sauce?
That's someone expecting.
Prego. Prego means you're welcome.
Oh, okay.
I just enriched everybody.
There you go.
It means you're welcome. And say grazie, you say prego, and that means you're welcome. Just so you know.
Okay.
And when you're serving someone, you're welcome.
Okay.
Ah.
In Japan, it's domo arigato.
Mr. Roboto.
Yeah. That means thank you in Japanese.
Arigato and Shishinese, Chinese. Anyway, sounds great.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, my wife does 99% of the cooking here.
Yeah.
Which is fine because she enjoys it. But I used to be a damn good cook. And
tell her
really,
little
also
portions,
understanding
smaller portions for Bill.
I still do the turkeys. I still do the standing rib roast for Christmas.
Ooh.
And all that stuff. Because it's like my job as the man of the house to do that stuff. because she's kind of old fashioned, which is fine.
Mhm.
And she'll make all the rest of it, which bothers me because I used to make an awesome twice baked potato,
Mhm.
baked stuff as they call it. But I let her do what she wants to do.
There you go. There you
Used to be fluent in Italian. Okay. But
Yep.
did your Italian sound like this? A little off center. I'm just curious there. Northside Hawk, please say something to me in Italian so I understand what are you talking about? Is that Australian?
Yep.
Used
Yeah,
to be
you
fluent.
bloody bloke.
My grandparents wouldn't teach us Italian. Said, you live in the United States, learn English. Speak
Well,
English.
my
Then they would yell at me
grandfather
in
spoke.
Italian. So they want me to hear it. I learned how to curse though, because they were yelling at each other in Italian. I'm sorry, Artie, what were you saying?
My grandfather spoke Swedish until he was 6 years old. And when he started going to school, his folks said, "We speak English here now."
Yeah.
Yep.
What's the
My
point?
dad knew a few words, but
I would like to actually learn to speak fluent Italian and several other languages. I know a little Spanish, but I'd like to be better at it.
all
would
I
like
know is Flurgen Glurgen.
I'd like to learn to speak English properly. Flurgengurgen is Scandinavian for get bent. Pizza, salami, yeah. Pisa, Pisa, is actually a city in Italy.
Yep, that's where the tower is, the Leaning Tower.
Actually, the pizza you eat here was not.
No, nothing like what. Yep.
It's not technically Italian. They didn't even have tomatoes in Europe until they came here. You realize that, right?
Oh, no.
And when they came here, they thought tomatoes were poisonous. What state?
Yes,
You go
that's
trivia time, ladies and gentlemen. In what state? There was a demonstration put on. I can't think of the name. Don't push me to it. Where a farmer wanted to prove that tomatoes were safe to eat because they were thought to be poisonous,
Mhm.
probably because they're little berry things, and publicly ate tomatoes from his farm. And people came from miles around to watch this guy kill himself. And he did not. It was fine. And then eventually they started sampling his tomatoes. And they loved his tomatoes. And it became a staple of that state. What state is that?
Georgia. No?
It's going to be hard to believe this one.
New York? Florida?
No.
North
Nobody
Carolina?
Nobody lived in
South
Florida.
Carolina? Huh?
New Jersey. New Jersey, to
New?
this day, is the second leading producer of tomatoes in the country. That tiny little shit-ass state. Still to this day, it's a huge cash crop because of that back then. And they started exporting tomatoes to Europe. And of course, the Italians knew what to do with them because they know how to cook. And there were things as such a thing as a pizza in Italy back then, but it was white. It was a white pizza.
Uh-huh.
So they introduced that. So until the 1700s, it didn't actually have a pizza sauce. You've heard of marinara sauce.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right. And the Guineas that go on the ships, they were seafaring guys. Marinara sauce had no tomatoes in them. Marinara sauce was mostly oil, olive oil, and seasoning, and anything that would not spoil on the boat. That's why it was called mariner sauce.
Oh.
Where these guys can actually eat food that was stored without refrigeration.
Oh.
So marinara now just means meatless.
Oh, okay.
Back then, it wasn't just meatless. It wasn't even tomatoes until they were introduced into Italy.
Now, was the farmer George Washington Carver?
Why are you talking about peanuts now?
Well, George Washington Carver, I believe, was the one that was trying to prove that tomatoes weren't poison. I could be wrong. But,
I believe you are. George Washington Carver was the guy that worked with peanuts.
oh, yes.
Anyway, that's my story. Hope you enjoyed it. I feel like pizza now for some reason. You're looking it up, aren't you? George Washington Carver.
Okay, he was an agricultural scientist. Okay.
Okay. Putanesca. Just as you're right. Just a name.
Oh, yeah. Peanuts, sweet potatoes. Yep.
Do you see tomatoes on that list?
Nope. I don't know why I got.
I don't know.
Yep.
Anyway, to this day, there are huge tomato farms in New Jersey from an industry that was started in the 1600s, 1700s because of this fella, whose name I have no idea, who put himself out there, who knew he wasn't going to die because he farmed these things. And people came far and wide to watch this guy commit suicide. Google the history of tomatoes in New Jersey or something like that. All right, since you're working so hard.
Right.
See if I can find it. And I could be, it could just be and bullshit that I'm throwing out here. But this is what I remember.
Oh, you know how they came up with seedless melons? Watermelon?
No, I don't.
Oh, right. Somebody found out because there are two varieties of.
Sorry, go ahead.
He found out that watermelons, there are two genus, and for some reason, sometimes they'll make a third group which produces sterile watermelon. Doesn't have seed. And ladies and gentlemen, that's called GMO. Ooh. So GMOs have been around for hundreds of years. Then when I find people are bashing GMO, and it's like, come on, there's nothing nefarious about it. All it is genetic manipulation of plants to produce more of the good things. You know, in Asia, they made rice that has more vitamin A because kids were losing their eyesight. So they developed a rice that helped to prevent blindness. So, you know what? I think that would be a good thing. And now these idiots in, where was it? Ceylon, they went on this thing where, oh, we're going to do all organic. And now those people are starving because guess what? They weren't using fertilizer. So, yeah, so let's follow these idiots that want to starve us to death. But we'll talk about that on my show tomorrow night. So, wow, we've gained a few people, but we need to shut it down. Folks, I want to thank you all for coming this evening. It's been a fun show. Bill, thank you for coming. Hopefully, we'll have James next week. He'll have his internet all straightened out. I want to thank Tom for popping in, and Chris Hope, thank you for popping in. This is also holiday weekend, so it's kind of a light on host people to join us. So thank you all for coming in now, and have a great.
Before you shut it down, Art, I'm sorry. Colonel Johnson, 1820. It was. I found the story.
Okay.
He picked up a tomato from a basket, and they thought it was poisonous because they were eating from lead plates, and they were blaming the tomato at the time. But Colonel Johnson, let's find his first name.
Okay, that's the one I remember.
There we go. Just so you know.
Okay. Well, thank you for
Colonel Robert Gibbon Johnson. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I did make that story up. I did actually read it somewhere, and there it is. Bam. Okay. And I apologize, Art. Please send everybody home.
All right. Good night, everybody. Have a great weekend and be safe out there and keep them flying. Good night.
Good night.